Hey guys, in today's video we're going to learn how to make this cute chick cake. So I've got a 6-inch cake, I've baked 2 tins, and this one is banana and fudge flavour. I've stacked them up and I've just filled with a little bit of buttercream, and we're going to trim the edges of the cake, and we're going to make sort of like a rounded triangle shape, so quite pointy at the top, but keeping the base at the 6 inches. So you can see I'm just carving away most at the top and leaving what is at the bottom. Now you can see that it's still quite rounded at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the pieces of cake that I've trimmed off, and we're going to add that on the top. So I'm leaning the front of the cake a little bit further back than the back of the cake. And that's mainly just because I think if you was to make it too pointy, you'd lose too much cake. So you can see there that I'm just adding some of the cake mix to the top, trying to get the bits from in the middle rather than the edges of the cake. And you're just going to stick that together. It'll hold because it's got buttercream in there. And carving the cake always works best when the cake's been frozen or refrigerated for a little bit. I've got some white chocolate ganache and I'm just going to pop that on the cake. So a really thin layer to start off with. It's just going to be a crumb coat. And then I've got a flexi smoother and I'm just going to take the excess ganache off, trying to sort of like smooth it out as best as I can. I'm going to add another thicker layer. This is just to give us a really smooth coating so that when we put the fondant on, it's not lumpy or bumpy. I always use ganache that's slightly runny on a frozen cake just because it tends to firm up quite quickly as well. So again, with the flexi smoother just going round, I use these because you can curve it to the shape of the cake rather than your standard smoother. So I've got some yellow fondant, I've rolled it out quite thin, and I'm just going to attach it, working on the front first and then pushing all of the fondant to the back. And we're going to pinch, sort of like join the edges up either side, pinch it together and then just trim off the excess. You're going to push it together with your fingers, and then the flexi smoother again, you can see it's just getting rid of that line really nicely. And you're just going to smooth the rest of the cake, trimming off the excess on the board and just popping it to one side because we're going to use that later. Next, we're going to shape the eye, which again is similar shape to the body. It's just sort of like a rounded triangle, pointy at the top, and making sure that all of the edges are rounded. Use your finger just to push it in, and just go over with the ball tool just to make sure you get the shape right. You can always add extra bits in. You can see there I'm just using my finger to get the shape that I want to do. The ball tool just helps keep the edges really rounded. And make sure you smooth where the eye hole is on the outer eye as well, because you want the fondant to be smooth around the top of the eye and around the side. So with your scalpel tool, we're just going to cut the inside out, and that's the ganache underneath. And we're just going to take some fat teardrops of white fondant, flattening them on our board, and then you're just going to push that in. You can see I'm just using my fingers just to push that in to the sides. With me doing it like this, it's still going to leave the eye quite rounded, which is what you want. You don't want the eye to be flat. You want it to have a little bit of movement. We're going to do the same thing for the other eye. Again, the fat teardrop shape, and then just pushing it in. You can see I'm just using my thumb just to smooth around the edges. I didn't need any water to stick this in, I just popped it straight onto the ganache underneath. You can see I'm just going to go over with my Dresden tool around the edges just to smooth that over, and just using your fingers and thumbs just to smooth over the white. Some more yellow, you can see there that I just pushed it on to get the imprint of the eye, and then we're just going to push that into place, trimming off any excess that's needed. And again with the Dresden tool, just going over the lines and smoothing it over. And we're going to do exactly the same for the other side. So placing it on the eye, pushing in an indentation so we get a rough mark of what shape is needed. Try it again against the eye, taking off any excess if it's needed, and just using your Dresden tool to touch up those lines. So you can keep playing around with it until you're happy. We're going to do some hair, so some pointy bits of fondant at one end, pointy sausages, and you're just going to twist them to make some curls. Squeeze them together at the top and trim off the excess, and then just place them on top of the head. Now we're going to work on the eyes. So I've just rolled some circles of fondant, sticking that on, trimming off the top. So if it's sticking like it is doing here, you could use some corn flour, which will stop it from sticking. And you're going to put the colours of the eyes quite close to the centre of the face, and you're going to match the same shape at the other side. So again, if one ends up slightly bigger than the other, you can always push it out with your fingers just to make it a bit bigger. So some dark blue, and we're just going to paint around the eye, the blue bit of the eye in a darker blue. And the reason that I do this is because with a slightly damp brush, you can then pull in the colour into the middle of the eye, and it just gives it a bit more of a natural look. So you can see I'm just pulling it in with a little bit of water, and it's just changing the look of the eye. If you look at this one compared to the one that's got no colour on it, it just brings it to life a little bit more. You're going to do this with both eyes. If you wanted to do different coloured eyes, green, then obviously you would start off with green fondant and then pick a darker green to go around the outside. Brown, again you would do a lighter brown with a darker brown around the outside. If you make a mistake and you get some of the darker colour on the white, you just get the brush and wet it a little bit, and then just you sort of like rub it away really, and then just with a little bit of water clean it, and then dip your brush in, clean that brush again, and then go over it again, and the error that you've made would go away. So I spend quite a lot of time painting the eyes. And just making sure that you get that colour evenly around. A black circle for the middle, and again you're just going to push this on with a little bit of, it won't need any water because your eye's already wet. You're just going to push it on with the Dresden tool to make sure that it sticks, and just stretching it out a little bit as well. Always start off with a smaller blob than what's needed. You can see I'm just shaping it to the eye. And then we're going to do the eyeliner or the eyelashes. So again, a pointy sausage, the pointy bit going into the middle of the face, just sticking it on with a little bit of water. And you're going to leave a bit of excess at the side of the eye so that we can flick it up. You can see I've just put a little bit of water underneath that flick just to keep it up. Trimming off the excess with your scalpel, and just cleaning off any black marks if there is any, using a brush to push it into place. Some tiny white bits we're going to do for the eyes. Now usually I only use one white bit in the eye, but to make it look extra cute I've used two for this one. And then we're going to do the eyelashes. So some really thin pointy sausages, And then you're just going to stick these on with a little bit of water. Make sure that they've got a little bit of a kink to them as well, so that it sort of looks like it's curling. And you're going to want to do 2 more of these, so you've got 3 in total. And then once you've stuck these on, you're going to want to do the same for the other eye. And when you've done both of the eyes, you should have something that looks like this. Some super white, the powder just mixed with a little bit of water, and I'm just going to put some lighter bits on the lower parts of the eye. So just a tiny little bit. You don't need to blend them in too much, but just again with a really almost dry brush just to smudge those areas in. So I've coloured the board green on this one, so I've got some green fondant, and I'm just going to attach that to the board, smoothing out the board, a little bit of water on there, smooth it out and trim the excess off. Now I have got a tutorial that will show you how to cover a board, but I've just shown you how to attach it, trimming everything off. So some of the leftover yellow, again we're going to roll some fat triangles and flatten them, and then you're going to do 3 lines sort of halfway up, and these are going to create kind of like the feathers. Trimming off any excess from the top, always at an angle. The top bit needs to be quite thin, and just sticking it with a little bit of water. You can use edible glue. I prefer to use water just because it doesn't mess up the brushes. And you're going to do the same for the other side. And again, you're going to mark those 3 lines coming up. So with some of the leftover yellow, I coloured it orange. This is going to be for the beak and for the feet. So for the beak, we're going to roll sort of like almost like a rosebud and trim the end off. And then just marking the beak where you've got the top beak and the bottom beak. And then you can see, put it against the cake just to measure it for size. The top beak wants to come slightly over the bottom, just a little bit of water, and pushing it in on the sides and the bottom just to make it stick. If you have trouble with this, you could put a cocktail stick through the beak to just hold it into place. And I'm just trimming off the excess around the beak and pulling it in to the cake, sort of tilting it up a little bit so she looks like she's half smiling. And you could play around, raising the top bit a bit. I think I put some holes in for some nostrils as well, just using my pointer side of the Dresden tool. And then just use the scalpel to trim off any excess that you feel needs to come off. Have a play around with the shape. Making sure that the bottom of the beak is smaller than the top. The top should be protruding just ever so slightly. You see, I'm just taking off and shaping it. And you can always use your brush to tidy up any bits of different coloured fondant that were on the yellow that you didn't like. So some little sausages now. These are going to be for the legs. So start off with one big piece and then split it into 2 so that you've got 2 legs. Place them so they're quite open wide. And then we're going to do a small ball. Now this is going to be for both feet. So you're going to flatten one side, and then with the scissors, you're just going to trim in 3 marks. So these are going to be the claws, taking out the triangles from the middle, and using your Dresden tool just to shape them really, to cut in sort of like further down to separate them. And then once you've flared them out a little bit, you're going to tailor the bottom in, You're going to mark the bottom of the foot, and then we're going to just play around with it until you've got a shape that you're kind of happy with and it's a suitable size for the cake that you've made. Trimming off excess from the sides if you feel like it needs to come off. It wants to like flare out a little bit at the top and come in a bit at the bottom. And then we're just going to mark it up with some lines. So I've got I think it's a scriber tool, so you can see I'm just going over it and creating some lines. And then just a little bit of water. You're going to attach it to the leg and attach it to the board. And now we're going to make the bow. So I'm starting off with some pink and we're just going to roll it out. It doesn't need to be too thin because you want it to kind of support itself. So we're going to trim it so it's the same thickness all the way down. And then we're going to pinch it in the middle. Level it off at either side, sorry. And just make sure it's the same width. So we're going to pinch it in the middle. And then you're going to fold both of the edges into the middle. So you're going to fold that side and pinch. And then fold the other side and pinch. I've got my Dresden tool and I'm just going to create 2 lines in. And this is going to give the effect that the bow's sort of scrunched. And then another bit of fondant, we're going to roll slightly thinner, and this is going to go over the middle of the bow. So you can see I'm cutting it and it's quite narrow. I'm going to take another piece and put it halfway over the other piece and just tap them together and then trim off the excess. This is going to make us look like we've got a bit of a kind of like a ruffled bow, you can see there. And you're going to pop that over the centre of the bow, trim off either side, and then you're just going to push it together. So just squeeze it slightly and there's your bow. And we're just going to place that on the top of the head just with a little bit of water. And then some blusher for the cheeks. So I'm just using some dust. And then just some little blades of grass, so some pointy bits of fondant, and you're going to put them in sets of 3. So just rolling out them and sticking them together and trimming off the excess and then just sticking that on the board with a little bit of water. So do as many of these as you want around the board. You could add some flowers as well if you wanted, or a message saying Happy Easter. So once you've finished, you should have something that looks like this. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. If you have, please hit the thumbs up down below. Don't forget to leave a comment and hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to see any more of my videos or tutorials, please click the links on the screen now. Thanks for watching.